Isn't that what you had?
Contrary to popular opinion, I'm the head nigger in charge. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
When you look at the credit,
Yeah.
the girlies are there.
Good Times just always, it just felt too sad every time. I was like, they keep calling it Good Times, but like every episode is like, Lord, where's the money?
And that's friends in real life.
I want to be very clear about what this is not. This is not a One Gotta Go. This is not the silly thing that I'm seeing now on the internet, which if we did a Can We Not this week, it would be this. Stop making these weird scenarios where you shut out people you just don't like or things you don't like. There's this trend now that I'm seeing on social media where there's a table of folk. And the question is, and it's like, let's say, so the one I'm talking about recently is like, it's a table of singers, artists, musicians, etc. You've got Aretha Franklin, you got Prince, you got Whitney Houston, you got Natalie Cole, you got Janet, you got all these people. And standing is one artist. And they say, who has to get up so this artist could have a seat?
Yes, I've seen this. Yeah,
First
yeah,
of all,
yeah.
These celebrities are not at the Thanksgiving table that your grandma had from Levitt's. They can just get a bigger table. Like no one needs to get up. Like,
did you say Levitt's?
Levitt's
is insane. Okay,
Levitt's. Shout out to Levitt's.
How do you love it at Levitt's? No.
Listen.
We just aged ourselves. You know how we just
think about what's Levitt's. Raymore and Flanagan. Is that better for folks?
Right. If we just said Ashley Furniture, we may have gotten more of a crowd.
Mattress Giant, one of those places. But like,
Levitt's is very niche. Levitt's is crazy. Wow.
I loved going there as a kid. I do not know why.
Dude, why was it the best? Okay, we're going off the rails. But like,
I love going to Levitt's. I was like, yo, can we go to? And we were always, buying something and switch up in the house. But like, yeah, I love Levitt's. Anyway,
isn't that
so
wild?
all that to say, we don't need to do any of that. You just want to shade Janet for no reason, not necessary. Like, stop it. Like, oh well, someone was like Janet, someone who's actually somewhat famous, who also has the same last name as her, who was also on The Apprentice. Was like, oh, well, Janet's not even a big deal. People only know her in Australia and weird countries like that.
I beg your whole entire party.
Is it heroin? Is it oxy?
It's meth for sure.
Is it meth?
At the very least, it's crack.
It's gotta be crack.
What do you mean?
What are you okay? It's not Samantha Mumba at the table. It's not
it's Sonic. They're like it's Sonic.
It's Sonic. It's not Robin S. It's
Listen,
it's not
going back to bed.
Like,
this is crazy.
Like, are you okay? So,
bro.
So anyway, so that's not what this is. It's just a lovely, healthy discussion about the best and not so best films and TV and documentaries that we saw this year. It's not in any particular order. It's not
last year, 2025. This is our 2025 roundup. Yeah.
You're right. It's a whole new year that I'm in now apparently, of last year, of 2025.
Yes.
Right. So we're going to start with probably one of the most controversial things that I've seen in a good while, and that is Sean Combs' The Reckoning. A documentary by a little known agitator named 50 Cent. And the one, I feel like that's what I was.
It gets left off the table,
and she shouldn't
50
because
for sure. 50 for sure put his hater energy behind it.
But she really, Alexandria Stapleton.
Yes.
Alexandria Stapleton is her name. Shout out to her because she did her big one.
She did her biggest. Yeah, she did her biggest.
I want to preface this conversation by saying, I'd like to live, so I want to be very careful about what I say here. But the Diddy thing is tough for me because like many of people that you admire growing up and find out that they were like terrible people or like whatnot, it makes you think about the things that you perhaps overlooked. It makes you think of the things that were common knowledge and you just kept it going, like hiding in plain sight, right, is a whole other thing.
Which is what they do. That's
which
what
is what
all
they
the
do, right?
terrible
That's
people
the
do. Yeah.
right. And I think that like for me, obviously there were things in that documentary that weren't news to me, right? Like I had known about what had happened with, the basketball game and the stampede and things like that. I had
Yes.
known about, obviously the stuff about Cassie, and you're talking to a guy who lived in New York for a long time, who's been in that Sean John building, who went to the Sean John fashion shows, that at one point was going to intern there. So like I have a lot of ties in so many ways to what Diddy meant and what he stood for as a mogul, as a fashion person, et cetera, et cetera. So these things are always tough to watch. But nonetheless, what I really liked about this documentary is the way that they continue to layer the story, right? And there was so much that they didn't say that I was able to infer, okay, no, that's what this is, and that's why this person's here, and so forth and so on. And I think for me, that documentary really took the turn where I was like, okay, is the Biggie and the Pac of it all.
Yes.
That to me was the newer information. And the way that they handled that storytelling, and when they brought in that cop, and when they brought in old boy, who was like in jail already for like murder, what's his name? The one who was like giving the eyewitness account basically of how they killed allegedly.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
Like that had me set like strict, like, oh, like what, like so so my thoughts are, I believe it all, right? Like there's nothing in there that I felt was like, nah, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There are definitely things that I'm like, about, because again, like, there's no perfect victim and people want that, right? So it's like, you got folks like Mark Curry who are just out here to just like shade this nigga for no reason. Not for no reason, but like when he talks about how he hates that man, right? So it's like, you get somebody who hates person to talk about the person, it's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes it's like those situations, it's been muddied with Aubrey O'Day and him for years. It's been like, these are also people who have sued him and lost, right? So it's like there is, but that doesn't mean what they're saying isn't true. It just means they lost, right? So I think that like, and a lot of people asked us to talk about this or wanted our viewpoint on this documentary. So I'm like trying to be careful about the words I choose and how I talk about it. But I'll just say that I feel like it was done very well. I believe what was said, and also I think it's kind of hilarious / interesting that we turn hip hop and music and people in general, but particularly in the music industry, turn a blind eye to things that they know are bad for the greater good of the story or what they're interested in. So it's the fact that you got like 50 Cent, who has allegations of his own out there, and we're like, anyway, we just love him because he's petty and just moved on. It's like kind of the way that it works, you know what I'm saying? And like also kind of hiding in plain sight. So I don't know. I'm very interested about it. But
you all tend to give 50 a whole lot more leeway than I do. And
as far as
his existence, like I was never here for that man since the beginning of his career. And maybe, if this ever goes viral and that man gets a hold of this information, maybe I'll be the next one dragged. I don't know.
Nah, he would never.
But
he know better. He knows better than that, bro. You never liked In the Club? You never were into?
No, I was just about to say, his music aside, but like just, his character as a man, I've always found to be very questionable. And so I don't care to prop him up just because he did this expose on Diddy.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like that doesn't excuse his shit at all for me.
Yeah, sure.
But that said, that documentary is crazy and it's good. You know what I mean? Like it's sad because Bad Boy Entertainment and Sean Puffy Combs were so integral to my childhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my whole high school music listening life
Hmm.
is so bad boy heavy,
Yeah.
with from Biggie being my favorite rapper still to this day,
Hmm.
to Craig Mack being the first like actual rap CD that I had. Like when we
Really
were transitioning over into from cassette to CD,
interesting. I wonder what mine was.
that Craig Mack CD was in the first set of a bunch of CDs
First,
that my mom bought me, with that brand new CD player that was like the record player on the top and the two
oh,
cassette
we love those. Yeah.
CDs and like the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
situation. I
Yeah.
thought I was the shit with
You had
that
Craig Mack.
stereo
That's
system.
interesting. My
That
first hip
Flavor in
hop
Your
tape
Ear
was,
CD. Yeah,
yeah.
Flavor in Your
Okay.
Ear. That was one of the first.
Yeah.
So like I've been with Bad Boy since day one. And then specifically to Diddy, like, you know me, always wanting to be a young mogul myself.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this guy to me was the blueprint for young Black urban entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Starting your own label
Yeah.
and managing this level of talent and artistry, and then switching over into the fashion space and killing it over there. And then the way that he represented high-end luxury, crazy lifestyle with the hood.
Yeah.
Like you could be from the hood, but we're from the part of the hood that rocks furs.
Yeah.
We're from the part of the hood that throws that shit on. We're from
Hmm.
the part of the hood that represents a certain like we ain't all struggling and
Right.
scratching and
Of course.
surviving and
Hanging in the
barely
shot
keeping our
line.
heads above water. Yeah, we're not all barely keeping our heads above water. Okay. So there is this element to him that was just so like relatable and admirable for me, as as a girl who wanted to be a businesswoman, as a girl who wanted to run her own shit.
Hmm.
So the way that he just presented himself as like this kid who just had the drive and a dream, and then Andre Harrell gave him a chance, and like just to see that whole thing crashing down and flipped to the other side where he is like portrayed as a complete and total monster,
Hmm.
that is actually scary to me.
Yeah.
Like the fact that people can live like that is so scary to me. Sir, you took your grown, dark, demonic ass up on a world stage and accepted a Lifetime Achievement Award with your whole chest, as if you didn't know that there was footage out there of you beating that girl's ass in a hotel lobby. Like, what are we even talking about? It's the audacity for me always with these types of dudes.
Yeah.
And it sucks because now all of the good that is associated with that time in my life where the music is concerned,
Yeah.
it's like, damn, that's always gonna, be in the background of that. And I'm gonna separate the art from the artist type of girly, because I just feel like if you stop supporting all of the things based on what these people have done in their personal lives, I
Yeah.
promise you the arts would not exist.
No, for sure.
So
I think the difference for me with that. So agreed on all that you said. I think even for me, for someone not from the hood but from the suburbs, there was an energy and a level of lifestyle that Diddy was able to navigate that was obviously admirable. This man, like, he put the stuff on. He always had the baddest shorty on his arm. Like, he was able to
right,
navigate through different genres of music, of
right.
TV, of felt like he kind of really did it all. He could do anything, even if he
Mhm.
couldn't do anything, which was like kind of dope. My issue with the separating art from the artist is that when the art is tied to the transactions or the bad things, it's really tough for me. So
Yeah.
something like I'll Be Missing You, which that song makes me so, it used to make me so emotional. Like, even though it's like, it's the sting sample of it all, and it's that faithful, now I'm gonna start getting
Yeah.
teary. But like that song is a lot, right?
It's a
Like
beautifully done song.
it's a
Yeah.
beautifully done song. And so like now when I see him dancing around, I'm like, yo, you dance around a dude that you potentially had killed, like killed because of you. Like
I get it. I
it's
get
hard
it.
for me
Yeah.
to. Now the other records I'm fine with. All About the Benjamins got nothing to do with that. Like we're gonna more money, more problems.
You're bugging because both of those. Listen, all I'm saying is this.
Wait, we mean I'm bugging. We mean
You're talking about All About the Benjamins and More Money, More Problems?
yeah.
You could do away with?
No, I can't. I'm saying I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I thought
I'm
you
saying
were
I'm fine
saying
with it.
like
No,
those.
I'm saying those got nothing to do
Okay.
with it. That's
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, for
like
sure.
that's what I'm saying. No, those songs are
Yeah, for
ingrained
sure.
too much in my. And I've canceled artists. Like I've canceled, the Pied Piper from my like even when he comes on, I'm
Yes.
like what is that?
For some people, it's just like, I can do away with your catalog
Yeah,
and
some
my
I
life
can't.
is not going to be affected in the least.
You think I'm
But when
canceling Michael Jackson out of my catalog? You're absolutely nuts.
Michael Jackson has no reason to be canceled. So that's not
Correct.
even a thing.
Correct. Yeah.
But let's just say like for the bad boy of it all,
Yeah.
like because this man's a savage, now I can't listen to Biggie. Like I
Yeah.
just feel like
Or Mary or
that's
Faith or
unfair. Or Mary,
B12 or
right?
Frank
We're going
Mac
all the way
or
back to Jodeci. So it's like, and all of them were probably problematic in their own
sure,
right.
or at least knew what was going on.
Or
Yeah.
knew what was going on and
Yeah.
chose to turn a blind eye. But that's like literally my point. It's like if you keep digging deeper and removing these folks, product from, your library
Yeah.
of entertainment,
Yeah.
you're literally going to be left with nothing. And that's in every aspect that's in music, that's in art, that's in literature,
Yeah.
that's in like everything that like enriches our lives. And that is the biggest mind fuck of it all because it's like, how dare you be so good at the things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then be so weird. Like, why are these people never normal? Ugh.
Normal folks. I don't know. That's another story for another day. I'm gonna leave that there and just
Yeah.
say that
These are the questions that he answers,
we could talk
apparently.
about this for a long time, but I want to pivot to one more thing here before we move into film and TV, which is a documentary called Unknown Number. And that was another one that was, I don't know if I want to say if I don't, it's hard for me to say favorite documentaries because I feel like so many of them are rooted in really sad, traumatic, disgusting things. It's not like this is like the Quincy Jones documentary or like,
Right.
off the wall one. Like these are stuff it's like, what? So the Unknown Number one, which I think you already had known the story because you're a true crime girly. I don't know these stories until they show up on Netflix. But basically a story about a child, a teenager, and her boyfriend who were getting harassed and all kinds of crazy things for like years. And it turns out, spoiler alert, that it was the mother who was doing the harassment.
The mother of the girl.
The mother of the girl who was doing the harassment. And like, I'm talking really heinous, disgusting things you wouldn't want to say to your worst enemy, let alone your daughter. Also, clearly a alcohol problem, clearly a mental health issue, all kind of stuff like that. But watching that unfold, I'm so glad because I watched it before people have really seen it. So it wasn't spoiled for me, right? And the way that which is nice and unheard of, and the way that they were able to hide that, I think, in the documentary was interesting. Because usually, like, the fact that you still saw the mother responding to things, you think, like,
right,
okay,
she's a
like,
part of it. Yeah.
And then when they flipped it and, like, actually, it's, it's her. We think it's her. We trace to her. I was like, what? Like, I was pissed. I was so mad.
So that was what made it so good for me because
Mhm.
even though I was familiar with the story and had already followed a podcast about it,
Mhm.
seeing it and actually having the mother present
Right.
as part of the story
Yeah.
and the way she sat there in the first parts, like she had done absolutely nothing.
Mhm.
Mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling. But this is why I show up for this kind of stuff. Because first of all, I have a high tolerance for dark content, as we already know.
Sure.
But I am drawn to it because I am literally fascinated by the fact that these type of human beings are like literally among us. Like, how did you wake up one day and decide that you were going to literally bully your daughter, your own daughter,
Right.
to this degree, and then to have the audacity to sit your crazy ass on the documentary? Like, ma'am, are you okay?
Are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay?
Like, still showing up with the crazy narcissistic behavior. You should be too embarrassed to even sit there and set it up as if you're not a part of, like, from the very beginning. She's sitting there like, oh, it was just so devastating. It was such a crazy. Yeah, you're the
Yeah,
cause
you're
of
the
it.
reason.
Because of you, this is happening, and you're still so detached.
Mm-hmm.
That blew me. That completely blew me. I was like, yo, she's really nuts. And what made that so sad was the daughter. Like, remember the scene where it finally comes up that she is actually the one who did all of this, and the
Yeah.
daughter is literally like broken down,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know whether to hug this lady
Right.
because this is my mom and this
Yeah.
thing just happened and she's my source of comfort, but
Yeah.
also she is my reason for being like this.
Sure,
So
yeah.
I could see this torn, like, oh my God, this is my mom, but oh my God, bitch, I hate you.
Right.
Like, in that girl's whole demeanor. And I felt so bad for her in that moment. And then the
Mhm.
dad is in the same scene, just completely clueless and detached from everything going on. You knew this woman was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Knew this lady had a drinking problem.
Yeah.
You're off at work or doing whatever it is that you're doing, completely checked out.
Yeah. He seemed to be unaware of what was going on across, right? The fact that he didn't know like she had lost her job and all
Didn't
stuff
know
like
this
that.
woman wasn't working. Don't know that she's in here
There's something
drinking
strange.
herself to
There's
death.
something strange in that part too, because even when you see the house, I'm like, did they just have a party? Why are there so many bottles on it?
Right.
And this is the guy who has liquor in his house. Like that's what it is. But like,
No,
it's
that was an
bizarre.
alcoholic's house.
It's not like
Yeah.
on the couch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she had
Yeah.
tons and tons of bottles. He was like, y'all better, I gotta call the cops because if I stay here any longer, it won't be good. And I was like, no, I feel him. Because like
Yeah, that I feel him on. Yeah.
it was a disbelief, but also it's like, bro, like you weren't paying attention. You know what I'm
have no
saying?
idea
Like,
what is going on in your home. And that's crazy to me.
yeah.
It's crazy to me. But you know why? Because he hates that lady.
Yeah, he hates
So
that lady.
he is out of the house as
As
often
much
as
as he
he could
can.
possibly
Yeah.
be.
I thought at first they were just
can't handle
separated and they were just like co-parent. Like that's what I thought
No,
when
they
they
were
first started.
legit married.
I
But you
know.
see, right? Like, you
I
don't
know,
even
yeah.
think that they're
No,
together.
not at all. Not at all. Yeah,
They
yeah.
are so fractured. So of course you don't have a clue what's going on in your own home. So
Mm.
he pissed me off. She pissed me off. The daughter, I think, is still in a place of I gotta forgive her because she's my mom. So
Yes.
that pissed me off. Like,
Yeah.
there was just that level of crazy. And this is the kind of stuff that I could watch all day, every day, because I am fascinated.
Mm.
I just want to know how the brain works. Like, for me,
I mean,
it's
the answer
just
is it doesn't, right? The answer is that like it's always, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's not like, and that to me is like I think I have a pretty high tolerance for like dark things as well. But like the older I get, I can't watch stuff like that. Like it's just like it's obviously it's too rampant, right? Because like back in the day it was like unsolved mysteries. It was like one case that happened in Kansas, and we don't know. Now it's like every week there's enough for there's enough for several podcasts about it, right?
I know.
About it. So it's like, and then there's follow-ups, and there's like, oh yeah, you thought that was the story? Guess what? It was actually the dad. Like, like I can't.
I love it. I love all of it. I need the stories to unfold in a crazy way. I need antics. I need shenanigans. I need crazy. But all of it is because I need to be aware that these type of people exist. I don't come from a world where you can ignore crazy.
That's fair.
I come from a keep your head on a swivel
Sure
type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always more comforting to know the levels of crazy that human beings can hit in this world.
I see. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and I am, I'm a little like whatever, neurospicy, whatever you want to call it, where I have like a pattern recognition thing. So these shows help me to like be able to identify certain behaviors,
Mhm.
right? There's a recurring theme amongst people who are not doing so good up here.
Yeah.
Like there's certain behaviors, there's certain things they do, there's certain things they say. And if you start to recognize the patterns,
Mm.
you can be a little bit better prepared for the real world, in my opinion, when you
Sure.
come across this type of energy in real
Sure.
life.
Sure.
And I
Yeah.
have come across this energy in real life, and it's on the strength of me already knowing what it's giving that I've been able to say, oh, I know exactly what this is. And
Oh,
more so, I know exactly what it could be. So let
right.
me remove myself
Mhm.
from all the red flags that are flagging in my face right now.
Yeah.
We're not doing it. But
Mhm.
it's shows like that, it's documentaries like that. It's reading about people who, are just at their darkest and their weirdest and their craziest, and then seeing how we got here. There needs to be a whole nother documentary on that woman's life to see how she even got to a point where you would do this to your own child. Like, what was your life like? These are the rabbit holes that I'm trying to fall into because I need to
That's
know
when
how we got here. I need to know how we got here.
I close the laptop. I can't do it. Okay, well that
Yeah,
was
that was a good
my
one. That
document.
one
I mean,
is
there was a few
Diddy
others, but those are the ones that I
would
really liked or really
recommend for sure.
recommend watching or was like a highlight. I don't have any I don't think there's a bad documentary. So I don't have any to offer there
Yeah,
or like worse for me because the information's already like what it is. Okay, let's go to TV shows. So there were a ton of TV shows this year. I'm looking through all of them. We talked about some of them that were nominated. Of course, there are shows that weren't nominated just because maybe too soon or just not the type of show. But I'll talk about the ones I liked and the ones that maybe weren't my favorite. All right. So starting out with Pluribus, I talked about this earlier briefly in the last segment. This show is from the same Vince Gill, which Vince Gilligan, not Vince Gill. Vince Gill.
say the country singer because
Let's start this again.
we
So
can CMA awards. Like, what's
Purpose,
happening?
Purpose is about a country star whose hat is no. So Vince Gilligan, who is the creator of Breaking Bad, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. It is about basically there's a virus that comes over the world that makes everyone on the same page and everyone's happy. Everyone's content, everyone works together, and we all move as one person. So it's like, okay, me and Tristan and the rest of the 8 billion people will all smile, we'll all get the same things. We don't need this, whatever. But there are a few people in the world who, for whatever reason, the virus did not affect. And so they're the people that ultimately the hive mind, if it all wants you to join them, but because of the way it is, because you weren't initially a part of the initial setting, you can't join unless you offer it. You have to offer like your stem cell.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wow. Okay,
but in the interim, you can kind of get whatever you want. So like, if you're like, I want a steak from Mastro's and I want to go to Japan, they'll go, okay. And they'll get you a plane and they'll get you the steak because ultimately what they want to do is make people happy. So they still want to make you happy.
This world.
Right? So it's funny because like when I watched this, I was talking to my homie Matt, shout out to Matt Vandrick, and he was just like, yeah, man, like at first I was like, I wouldn't want that. But I was like, no, at least for the first year or so, like I want all the
give me 365 first and let me
and then I'll figure it out
in year 2. Right.
But it's interesting because it's like this chick is one of those women who is like, she's so contrary, right? Like she's insufferable in so many ways. She's an author, but like she's writes particular stories that her fans love, but she would never really love like that. Like she's also like an alcoholic who was like, with a woman, like lesbians and like that, but like she was just kind of all over the place. And like ultimately, spoiler alert, like things happen. And so like it kind of goes through the story, and it's only been one season. It's like 8 episodes, because even a short kind of season, but it is so good. I was just like, yo, I finished it like in 2 days. Like it was just like,
yeah, I think I'm going to start it probably today.
It's one of my favorite shows of the year. I mean, last year for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like a rainy day good time. So I might be making that happen tonight,
Should. You
actually.
should. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's definitely one of my favorites. That's on the list. All right, what else? I think it's a lot of shows. You know, one show that I was really sort of surprised about that I did enjoy was Welcome to Derry, the It series. Shout out to that theme song. I probably like that more than the show.
Oh God, that
But
song. Please don't get that song in my head. I fight for my life getting that song out of my head. I need y'all to stop trying to make that a new club
no, it's
banger.
definitely a banger.
I
It's
need
definitely, it's
the
definitely, and
mashups and all the
it's definitely
things.
mashed up for sure.
No,
I love it. I'll allow it. Like, cause remember, I had never seen the show, and I ended up seeing the season finale, having to work back, and
right? That's right.
I was like, why is this? Because like when the theme song came on, everyone was like, "Oh, here we go," and I was like, "Why all this?" Because I mean, we talked about theme songs probably our first episode, and I remember the first thing we talked about was like how I hated like the True Blood one and stuff like that. Like I'd always fast forward, but you can't fast forward the Welcome to Dairy one. You have to let it play out. Like
Skip it. It's too much of a bop.
it's too much of a problem. So,
Uh,
so no, I enjoyed that show. I mean, I'm not gonna say too much about it. I just think that was good. Um,
yeah, if you're into like the It
mhm.
universe and or the Stephen King world in general, I think you'll enjoy it. I got through it, but I struggled in the beginning, and I've seen a lot of people
Yeah.
say like give it to at least episode 3 and then you'll be
Hmm.
set. And
Yep.
I did. I had to get through the first 2 episodes before I could really care because I was
Yeah.
about to call it. I was about to be like, this is not for me. And something just told me
Hmm.
stick with it. Probably for Taylor, because
Yeah.
I do love a good
I
Taylor
mean,
Jenkins.
she's in the running to play you, right? So
Yeah, yes,
we
she
love
is.
her.
So yeah, so I stuck around, I think, for her, and of course she did great. And yeah, it ended up being a pretty damn good show. So yeah, I would
I,
recommend.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. Shout out to my homie who's on that show, Chris Chalk.
That's
So
right.
I was like, I have to watch on the strength of that, and I did. And then the dude who played like the captain, I felt like I've partied with him before. I feel like I partied with him at like a everyday people or something like that, and he was having a great time. But yeah, so
That's funny.
It's LA. That's all it is. Nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
You can run
they
the people here in
right.
the grocery store. But speaking of shows that I had to give, I'm doing a round robin here. Speaking of shows that I had to give 2 or 3 episodes, I forgot to put this on the list, Tristan, is I Love LA, which is a show that
Oh,
I
yes.
was on the fence about, much like my experience here, where I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. And those
Yeah.
first 2 episodes, I was like, this is not it. What in the whiny, grimy mess? I don't want to do this. I can't because I
It's
also,
very whiny, dusty Gen Z, but
Westy, yeah, my
for
favorite. And then I also don't it's cringe for me or troublesome for me to watch people make bad decisions on screen. And especially in the way that they do it, not in a film where there's a character arc. And I'm talking about just like you did this when you did not have to do this. All signs said no, and you were like, sure, I'll get a tattoo that says the night before business, like on my back. Like it's just so many ridiculous
yo.
hijink things that I forgot that I did probably in my 20s or 30s or like
Yeah,
whatever.
it's heavy on hijinks
It's
for
highly
sure.
on hijinks, And I'm like, but no, but actually it's funny. Oh, wait. No, actually, these people actually know what they're doing. Okay, no, okay, now I'm into it. So by episode
It
3,
got a little layered,
I
right?
said,
By
okay, I
season
get this.
3, it got
Yeah.
a little layered. And I know that, LA folks are not feeling it. They
No, they're
feel
not.
like I don't think that they are kind of taking into consideration that the title is not supposed to be taken seriously. It's
Yeah.
like I saw one piece from someone that said, if you this is not the best way to show that you love LA. And like it was just like
Oh,
I,
obviously.
I know it's called I Love LA, but also it's not like a love letter to
It's not
LA.
about
So
to, it's also not I'm from
calm
LA.
down.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not even from
They're
LA.
not, it's
Like
like if
they're
it was I'm from
transplant,
LA, yeah, or it's like, whatever.
right? Right. I feel like LA natives are looking at this from a sense of somebody who grew up here and like, no, they're literally doing what people move to LA to do.
Right.
And they're like that out here. Like, I'm sorry, but like,
There's no
I've
lies
been out here a
detected.
long time, and I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like, especially when I was working in spaces where, like I worked at this lash bar in West Hollywood for a
Mhm.
little bit, and the girls that worked in there could easily play these roles
Right.
that these girls are playing.
Right.
And those girls are from here.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
it's not that far off, folks.
It's not that far off. It's
The shit
actually
that they're
spot
doing is
on.
very LA. Yeah, the stuff they're
Yeah.
doing is very LA. I'm sorry. It
Yeah.
is.
But this is the
So,
situation with these shows where it's like, it's okay that it's not your experience of LA or your experience of New
don't do
York
that.
or your experience of this, but that doesn't mean that this doesn't exist. It's not like this takes place in Compton or South Central and like they're doing this. Like that would be far-fetched, right? Like, but at the end of the day, we talked about this with Sex in the City. It's like, oh, that's not real. Yes, that is real. It may not have been your experience
Yes.
in Bushwick, but in the Upper East and West Side in the late 90s with white women, yes, they're going to be a cafeteria during the day. Yes,
Yes.
they're not going to have much interaction with us because that's just not in their wheelhouse.
They don't
When you try to
have black
force it, you
friends.
get
That's
Jennifer
yeah.
Hudson and her screaming over a bag no one wants, right? Like, so you can't like you
God, I
can't
hate
force
that
it.
bag.
Oh, that actually, speaking of acting opportunities, Jennifer Hudson, who I've never claimed to be a great actress, deserves a nom for pretending that bag was the bag. Like the way that she screamed, like somebody had bought her several Birkins and it was that ugly Louis Vuitton bag. Like she shrieked, like Shorty went from the depth of her soul to be excited about that.
Please, Chris.
No, seriously, the way that she was like, "Oh my God,
My
like,
own Louis Vuitton.
right," which no one's ever
Girl.
said. No one's ever said that in their life. Even people who are borrowing from, who are shopping from Bag Borrow Steal. Like no one's like my very own anything. Like very own home, very own car, very own, very own Louis Vuitton is not a thing, baby. All right, but
Yo, chill, please. I can't. No, but these are all facts though.
yeah,
I hate you, but you're not lying.
I'm just saying.
Um,
All right, what did you
yeah.
think about? We'll do a bit of more round robin here before we go to film. What did you think about All's Fair? It's the worst for me. It's the worst for me.
We talked about this in the last episode.
Yeah,
My
it's the
mom
worst
said
for me.
my mom said we drank Kim for blood
Did we?
in the last episode of All's Fair. I'm like, did we?
We were pretty fair to her, no pun intended. Like I feel like we don't hate her, the woman, the way that most of the people do. Like it was fine with it.
Yeah, I'm off them, but
Yeah.
I can still be honest about
Right. Yeah. I'm not watching their show or buying
where
their
they show up
yeah,
and win and where they show up and lose. And this is one of the situations where Kim is not winning.
Right.
And as far as the show itself, I mean, if you're looking for something kitschy and unserious to watch, sure.
Yeah.
If you don't watch it, are you missing anything? No.
I was very disappointed. I mean, I'm not mad at how it ended. The season ended, but overall, it just didn't hit for me. And I know that there's been conversation about, I don't know how you feel about this, about not liking what happened with Niecy Nash's character, but also not liking that it was a Black woman who it happened to. That has been a discussion about like,
I'm not surprised, but yeah,
everyone else has these like, whatever story, and her story is like, she's the one doing all right. And then all of a sudden she has to deal with like essay and things like that. So, right. I don't know if anyone's doing all right on that show. I feel like everyone has their fair share of.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's crazy. I mean,
sure, but okay.
Glenn
But I guess her
character was laying up with her dead husband. Like,
yeah, but I guess she's the one who it wasn't warranted. Like she didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't an action necessarily. It was her actually trying to have a good time, and then she sort of.
And then here it comes. Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, so that show kind of. I wanted it to be greater than it was. And I don't mean greater like it deserves an Oscar. I mean a Golden Globe, but just like it's better.
No, it just could have been better. Yeah, it just could have been better. That's why it's definitely a take it or leave it type of thing for me. If they get a couple more seasons and it just becomes one of those like weird bad shows that you watch, like other weird bad shows. Like again, I've already put that in the category of unseriousness with All the Queen's Men and anything Tyler's putting out. So that's where it's gonna stay for me.
Sure.
I may forget about it by the time season 2
Right, when
drops.
it drops in 2029. Yeah.
Right, because that's gonna take 5 years. So yeah, it was a
Mhm.
for me.
Okay. Is there anything on the list or on the TV show list? I mean, we talked about a lot of stuff that I think we all agreed were great, like All Her Fault, Beast in Me, the Four Seasons, which was like a fun, nice
Yes, another
watch.
one I almost forgot about, which was so
Hmm.
good. Absolutely recommending all three of those that you just
Okay.
named
Okay.
as like, yes. And let's throw The Girlfriend in there.
Now, see that I did not see, so I need
Let's
to see
yeah,
that.
let's throw The Girlfriend in there with that. That
Because
was
like for my unserious list, and I guess which also could be best, worst, and unserious. If we had an unserious list, for me it would be for sure for sure Love Cabin, which like one another time. And then also Hunting Wives. It's so unserious, but I love it. It's
Hunting
like
Wives good.
it was
No,
good.
Hunting
Like
Wives
it's
was good.
ridiculous, but like and so then of course like Beauty and the Black, which is nuts, but like sure if you feel like
I can't get
laughing at
into
the
it.
screen, go for it.
Yeah,
Like
I can't stick with Beauty and the Black. And the thing is, I'm not above. Everybody knows at this point who follows or watches this podcast that there's nothing too horrible for me.
yeah.
But
But even you
it's
have your limits. Yeah.
yeah, that's just one where I'm
Are
just like, guys,
we
what
serious? And we are.
is happening? It's just, I don't know. It's giving um not enough of what is needed for me to hold on the way that I do with something like All the Queen's Men. Like
I
All the
bet.
Queen's Men is filling that spot for me. It's like I can't do
You can't do
both.
both.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the only thing
Gotta pick
is,
the lesser of the two evils
well,
with
it won't
that.
be there because they're going to be forever on hiatus. So you're going to have to.
What, All the Queen's Men?
I don't think it's coming back. If it does, it'll probably be like on. No, I don't think it's coming back. I think it's kind of
Yeah.
clipped.
Well, it ended. Did you see how it ended?
Where did she get shot?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Which I mean
So
is the only way for that show to end. So
if they left it at that, then they did. But they also, that show is so crazy and so soap opera
she can come
that
back.
she's not dead.
She's not
Right.
dead.
So
Yeah,
it's
she just got
like,
shot.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's why I was like, oh, they're setting this up for her to, have us thinking she got shot.
yeah.
And
And
then,
then
of
she comes
course, they'll
back
come
and
back
be
with
like
another season. And
with
it's
the
all,
cigarette and be like,
yeah,
okay,
it's
like
the mess all
go back
over
and
again.
dance. What? I thought you were dead, and I'm not. So go back and dance before I make you dead. Like whatever how that you could write that
You
easily.
know how it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So all right, those shows. Let's move to film.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna start with my least favorite films of the year.
Mm,
Number one, and sorry, no particular order, just the first one to talk about. No surprise.
I already
Highest
know.
to lowest. Highest to lowest. I mean, I just can't. It hurts my heart to talk about how bad this film was, but it was not good. It was not good. It was not necessary. It's just it fell flat across all levels. Like I was prepared for it to be just okay, but man, it was bad. It was bad, and I know it's not like we joke about ASAP and stuff like that, but like he was in If I Had Less
No,
to Kick
no,
You, and
no.
he was fine.
You joke about ASAP. Let's clear that up. You have a problem
I think a
and
problem
joke
with that
about
man.
ASAP. First of all, you have a problem with every man with braids, so don't do that. Second of all, you for sure do
Braids Up
not.
Rocky, Braids Up Rocky was not the weak spot in that film. Okay, like he was decent, and so
Oh,
was
he was. He definitely
and he was
was.
decent and more decent, I think,
I'm
in
so mad
If I
that you
Had
call him man
Legs.
braids, Sap. I hate you
I know
every time.
he's gonna punch me in the. He's not gonna punch you in the face. He's gonna be like, "Really, bro? Like braids that? That's how you feel?
Braid
Uh,
Sap is nuts.
or genius? Depending how you look at it. But yeah, so that was one of my least favorite films. Hot take, second film I did not enjoy as much as I thought I would was the new Knives Out. I did not like that film. I
Yeah,
thought it was so bad. I was so disappointed. It has some of my favorites in it,
didn't love it.
and Mila Kunis, and I felt like it just wasn't like
Wait a minute.
it wasn't
What's up? Wait, you have beef with Mila?
no, it's had some of my favorite people and Mila
Oh,
Kunis.
okay.
I
Got
adore
a
Kerry Washington. I
relationship.
could watch her be in, a set of grapes in the Fruit of the Loom commercial. Like it's all good. Like I love her, but like it just was not. It was not it for me. The Plot
Right.
twist wasn't it. It just felt very weird. And it had
Yeah.
Glenn Close, like all the people you expect for it. It did not hit for me. Not the way that the first and the second one did. Like the Glass
Yeah.
Onion joint, and like I don't think we needed
It's a snoozer in compared to the
and
first two.
I did snooze many a time trying to watch
No,
it.
I fell
But
asleep on it twice. Yeah, I
yeah.
fell asleep. I had to run that back literally 3 times. So yeah. And then when I finally got through it, I was like, oh, okay. But
Mhm.
also we didn't need it. Or we could have done more with it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what was missing,
It felt unfinished.
but
It felt
yeah.
unfinished. In the grand scheme of films like that, or what was the other series? The Residence, was it called? The one that had oh girl from Crazy Eyes from Orange
Oh
is the New Black.
yeah. You didn't like that?
No, I did, but I'm saying in the realm of those situations being
Oh
out, we
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
need that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So that also, and feel free to chime in if you have yours, but I would say I
So
also
far we have the same
we have the
ones.
same ones.
So
Okay. So I also did not like, we might be different here, or I was disappointed and kind of like turned like, anticlimactic was House of Dynamite. I feel like there was so much buildup in that film for that to be the ending. I thought that that was a little
wait,
bit.
I don't even remember the ending of that anymore, because I definitely saw it.
I
So
mean,
that is also saying
the ending
something.
of we never knew what happened. We never knew if like
Right. That was the one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
didn't
and I was just kind of like I know the thing was like oh we want to leave it to the consumer's imagination. It's like but not the way that y'all built that up. You guys kept
know.
telling the same story from different people's point of view and all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
At least give us something. You know what I mean? Like so yeah,
Yeah,
I
that,
just
that
felt
one
like
did
that
fall a
was
little flat. Yeah.
like I watched and I literally like booed the screen. You know what I'm saying? I was
Oh,
like, no,
wow.
we're not.
Oh, not a boo.
Definitely booed tomatoes. Um, okay, what else? And then I'm looking. I mean, I told you, materialist. I felt like I was kind of like
That is
on the fence of that.
Somebody said that was the worst screenplay of the year.
Oh, I'm not mad at that. I'm not
Wow.
mad at that. Not over
Yeah.
highest to lowest, but I'm not mad at that.
Right,
I'm not
right,
mad
right.
at
Okay.
that. What was a kind of interesting, kind of cool, kind of cute film was Eternity. I saw that recently.
Okay.
It's it's not really winning any awards or anything like that. It's just this it's this okay
That's
film.
Divine Joy,
Elizabeth Olsen,
Elizabeth Olsen.
Miles Teller. I think those are the names in that. Yeah, but like
What is
that
that?
was
Okay, so give a little bit about what that's about, because I don't think people really know about that one.
yeah. So basically, this film is about what happens. We go to the afterlife. So basically, when you go to the afterlife, you have your choice of where you go. There is no like heaven or hell, so to speak. It's like there are always different places. You can go to like the beach town, you can go to the mountain town, you can go to the museum, you can go to this. But once you choose where you go, you have to stay there. You can't escape it. You can't go anywhere else. You also
Mm.
don't know where your person might choose. So you might think the love of your life wants to go to the mountains, but just kidding, they went to the beach town. You can't visit them. There's none of that, right? And so what happens is this older couple, they end up dying within a week of each other. And Elizabeth Olsen's character was actually married twice. So her first husband died in the war, like when she was very young, and then she married this other guy, had a 6-year relationship with him. So
Okay.
the husband ends up dying first, even though the wife was supposed to die first. She had like cancer. So, but like he ends up dying because he choked on pretzels, which is nuts. And then
Yeah.
he choked on pretzels. And so then like she has to make the decision, does she want to go live life with the first husband or she want to live life with the second husband? And what is
Oh, that's cute. Yeah,
yes.
I guess
And
I get
also the other thing is if you try to leave your eternity, so to speak, you're put in what's called the void, and it's just darkness for eternity, which to me is
wow.
right. So
That would
um
drive me insane.
yeah, so that's what
Yeah.
it's about. So it's interesting because it makes you think about what's love. I mean, for people, what love is like and the different choices and what does it mean and like what do memories mean and like it's actually really well done. Like I would say
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna check that out. I'm
I
gonna
wasn't
check
that
that.
mad. It was a decent film.
Yeah.
It kind of flew under the radar, I feel like, and some people didn't like
Yeah.
it, but I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Okay. Okay.
And then other things that were of note that I thought were decent. Honey Don't was a Coen Brothers film with Margaret Qualley and Aubrey Plaza, and it's basically about this like lesbian detective who like finds out all these, like, is like the number one person to find all these different like crazy mystery murder situations happen, and what happens when life entangles with what you're working on versus like your own personal life. So it's interesting. It's interesting. It's worth watching for sure. And
Is
that's
that
got
on Netflix?
I don't think so. I saw it on the plane, so I think it's might be just like regular streaming. It wasn't a straight to Netflix film. So there's that. And then going to other notables, Jay Kelly was fine. An easy watch. Oh, speaking of films I did not enjoy. Yeah, sorry. After the Hunt. But let me say this. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. I did not like the ending. I think the
Correct.
ending felt, and I don't know why they keep doing this with Iowa Debris films, where like at the end she becomes a superstar. I'm like, why is she now? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you
That
making
is a recurring
it's
thing
such
with
a,
her.
because Opus, which is another film that I enjoyed this year, had a
I
similar,
saw that too. I liked it.
right? Like it had a similar kind of like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So After Hunt had such good potential and such good acting that the ending was a letdown for me.
It was. It really was. And the other thing that I didn't like about After the Hunt was I felt like there were moments that were going to build up to be something more, and
Yes,
then they just kind of,
it's a consequential. It's like, okay,
and I'm like, so was this a critical scene or not? Like,
unclear.
why are we here? Yeah,
Every
that's
scene
what
feels
I
like a
did not
clue, but it's not.
exactly. It's a bunch of scenes full of like these nice clues that lead to absolutely nothing for me. And then that ending where you thought it was all going to come together into
Yeah,
something that made this an actual good movie, it
no,
didn't do it. It
no,
didn't do it. I hated that ending so
yeah.
much. So I felt like that was a waste of all of those actors a little bit, just a little
Mhm.
bit,
Yeah,
because I also like Andrew Garfield,
yeah, me
who was
too.
in that,
Me
right?
too.
Like that was a great cast, but did not like
Yeah.
that movie. Did
And
not
again, I
like
know those one of those ones where they wanted you to kind of figure out, leave it to the audience, but you can't call a film After the Hunt and not like explain it to me,
and
or at least
not
like or
give
like
us the meat of
yeah,
like that title is so much more than that actual film
yeah.
that it also makes me mad that it
That film
doesn't,
should have been called Allegation,
allocation.
or like He Said, She Said, or like
Which is already a
or
movie.
like Complaint,
But yeah,
like Complaint,
yeah,
formal
yeah. There
complaint.
was
You know what
no
I'm
hunt.
saying?
There
There
was
was no
no hunt.
hunt. The hunt was
It,
for what the story was about. And that was on our
yeah,
part, apparently. Like, like what are we talking about? Like, okay.
yeah, no, it's wild.
All
No,
right. So
I agree.
going to, sorry, not to cut you. There was a bunch of stuff, but going to the films I really enjoyed probably the most, I have to say they were no surprise. Weapons, one battle after another. I'm gonna put Begonia up there. I'm gonna put Sinners up there. And I'm still on the fence, honorable mention about Marty Supreme. I haven't decided whether or not I loved or hated that film. I haven't decided because it's so chaotic. I'm like, did I like it because it's chaotic and the performances are really good? Because even people who don't act like the dude from Shark Tank that's in that movie, like
Oh
it's
wow.
yeah, like the dude from Shark Tank is in it. Fran Drescher is in it. Like it's like the most random set of
Oh, and,
Sandra Bernhard. Like it's like what? Where
okay, what?
what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Tyler the Creator, so forth. Like there's so much interesting casting and acting and thoughts behind who interacts with what, interacts with who, excuse me, that like I feel like I can't say it's a bad film. I know people have said that it's Magical Negro. I don't really see it like that in this case. But the acting, it's chaotic. The film is chaotic AF. But that is also how they write their stories, right?
Yeah,
So there's some things I didn't love about it. Like some of the music choices I feel like are odd because it's supposed to take place in the 50s. They play like records from the 80s, and I feel like that's off. Um,
that's also kind of like a style thing that a lot of,
yeah,
that goes back to the Sophia Coppola, Marie Antoinette of it all, where she
yeah,
kind of like put, that's the thing they're trying to do.
yeah.
So
It throws me off, especially when it's and some of the dialogue from Tyler was very much it could have been written today. It didn't feel like it was from the 50s. It felt like it was from 50 minutes ago. It was like,
Was that also purpose? Maybe, I mean, obviously it was purposely done, but I wonder what the
hey, I don't know what the
vision was. Like, what was
what
the
the vision of
vision
the
for
motivation
that?
was, because it's like
Yeah.
it's not like this was like a modern take on something that happened in the
In
50s.
that day,
You know,
right?
it's very much
Right.
everything else is giving that is the decade, that is the era. I mean,
Mhm.
stylistically, I feel like some of it was not quite there, but that's another story for another day. You know that people like to play around with 50s versus 60s. You know, some of it I felt like could have been 60s, some of it could have been 40s, some of it, you know. But
Okay, now I kind of want to watch it now.
no, I feel
Just
like you need to see the film.
that,
I feel like you need to see the film. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
because
worth watching.
is it a continuity? I don't understand history and the time period issue, or is somehow they're doing this to prove some kind of a point?
I don't know. I
So,
don't like it's very unclear as to what it's grounded in, because even like something like Sinners, some of the language there's some liberties taken with how that dialogue is structured, right? I think it's particular for the most part, but even some of the stuff that Mary J. Blige, aka Haley Steinfeld, is saying, feel, and not during that era. I'm talking about during the era of when before, you know what I'm saying, not when she's actually in Door Knockers. That's with track.
right.
But some of the stuff I'm like, oh, this feels, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I think that people take liberties and I mean, because even like that film, Sinners, when they have that sort of musical like moment where they're going through all the different,
Yeah, like
like
that
they're
kind of
playing around
montage.
with
Yeah, yeah.
what's, you know,
Yeah,
what's
that's
reality
very
versus,
intentional.
yeah, right. And I'm not mad at, I actually really think that's one of the dopest scenes of the film.
Same. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like, I don't know. I think Marty Supreme, I understand why it's polarizing, because I think it's intentional that way. So in that case, then yes, I think everything that's in the film is sort of like, why, but okay, also why not?
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I think I will force myself to care because honestly, until this conversation, I did not.
Yeah, I feel you. I never was really interested in any, like I totally missed, which is kind of hard to do, like all the press about it, because the way they make it seem, it looks like a completely different film. I thought he was like some aspiring rapper in the 90s. It's like, oh no,
Bro,
it's
why
actually,
is it all this like hood-coded streetwear line
I don't get
foolishness
it.
going on?
Yeah.
It's so confusing. But this is also Timothy Chalamet's effort to be a rapper. Like this man
Yeah, for sure.
wants to be, Tyler the Creator. So
He wants to be Tyler the Creator. He wants to be Viola Davis. He wants to be all the
he
things. Like,
wants to
yeah,
do all the things. And we already know that he has his little secret rap career.
right. That we do know. Yeah.
Like, because that is definitely him behind that shiesty,
Yep.
all the things.
Just
And
crazy.
I think, we might have talked about this last episode when he came up. He knows that he could not have introduced himself to us in that way. Like
No,
Timothy Chalamet as a rapper, even in the days of Post Malone and like,
no.
Jack Harlow, it's still
Sure.
crazy,
It's so
right?
crazy. Yeah.
So he did what he,
Yeah.
knew was the best thing for his career, which was to do the acting thing first,
Yep.
but then slowly usher in this energy of like, I want to be down, because that's very
And,
much what it
and
is.
because it's entrenched and encapsulated in the New York of it all, it
Yes.
somehow gives it a bit. He's not from Kentucky, right? Like it's
Right,
like
right, right. No,
you're
he is
from New
from,
York.
he's a city kid.
You're a
Yeah.
city kid, so you were around these. You're an LES. You're
Yeah.
a Knicks fan. Like,
Isn't he like from Hell's Kitchen or
yeah, I
something
think
like
he's
that?
like Hell's Kids, right? So it's
Yeah.
not. So what I'm
So it's not that he's detached from the
he's
culture
not
per se,
right. So
but
that's what makes it easier, I think, to navigate. And then he still couldn't start there. But like I feel like once you get those nuggets, it's like, oh, okay, like, well, he's a New York guy. You know, the way that people used to treat Michael Rappaport, not me, but the way people used to treat Michael Rappaport as sort of
right. Yeah.
being, you know, like culture adjacent because he
Culture
loved,
adjacent. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
hip hop and he was like blah 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 blah.
And
Uh,
if you see those old like clips of Timothy Chalamet from like his school performances and
right.
stuff like that, he's giving us the Dougie and
Yeah.
8 bars, so or 16. So he's been about that life, but It's Timothy Chalamet.
It's Timmy Chalamet. It's Timmy. Like,
I want him to just stick to the movies for a little bit,
yeah,
but
I don't need a white gentleman in a shiesty ever. So I can't really I don't think anyone in the shiesty lets you actually about that work. Like you need to rouse somebody.
yeah,
Like
I'll put on a
shiesty
shiesty
off
across the board.
off
But
the you like shiesty across the board? Like oh, you're
yeah,
fine with it
like
as a concept,
just
as a lifestyle? Okay.
unless we're really getting into some crazy things,
That's what I
then
mean. That's what I'm saying, you know.
no,
Um
that's funny. So what else? What else is on your, was that your list? Was that
I mean, for
like,
the most part, those were the ones that I felt really good about. There were films that that we watched that were fine. Like we obviously talked about him and things like that. But in the grand scheme of best and worst, I mean, him was kind of in between. Like and there's
him
films,
was in between? Yeah, him was in
yeah,
between.
it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't terrible. I wouldn't say. Opus, another film I really enjoyed. I would put that in, maybe not my top, but just a film that I thought was really well done, especially for a first time director. Shout out to Mark Anthony Green on that. I think that's all I got. Like I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's all I got for 2025. Anything
Yeah,
for you
I
on
mean,
film, on TV, or
your list pretty much parallels mine in a lot of
okay?
ways as far as the things that we both saw.
Because I didn't see
I
Frankenstein, so I don't know if you put that in your
But I
top.
was, yeah, but I was gonna say the only thing that I would probably add in there is Frankenstein as a one that was like, I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, obviously Sinners is on that list, which we talked about. I'm trying to think of like things that I saw that I felt like went under the radar. There was this one movie, and I don't even want to. This girl has totally messed herself up with me at least, and a lot of other people too. But there's this Sydney Sweeney movie that
Mm-hmm.
came out with Julianne Moore playing her mom.
Okay.
I gotta think the title of it.
She had like four films that came out this year, and no one cared. They all went
And
double
no
wood.
one cared, but this one was one of the ones that I actually saw, and I think I saw it before her whole. I might have seen it before her whole like controversy with the
Blue
jeans
jeans.
and whatnot.
Yeah. Ugh. Imagine
Um,
Rooney Greer for American Eagle ad. I hate that for her.
listen, these people want to be on the wrong side of history.
And she
And
stood 10 toes down.
yeah, she doubled down. So, girl, the hell with you. Like,
It wasn't The Housemaid, right? Because that's the one everyone keeps talking
no,
about.
that's the one I want to see next.
Echo
But
Valley. It wasn't the one where she was the boxer, right?
it's not the one where she's the boxer. But wait, is Echo Valley the one where she's the boxer? Because I
No.
think Echo Valley is the movie I'm talking about.
That's what I was asking, is the movie you're talking about. Christie is the one with the boxer.
Yes, Christy is the one with the boxer. So the one that I'm talking about then is Echo
It's Echo
Valley.
Valley. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that actually was
Yeah,
a
because old
decent.
boy from Kyle McCallan, oh, Trey from Sex and the City, and old boy from Showgirls was in that apparently.
Is it?
That's what it said on
He
IMDb.
is. Yes, 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 yes. Kyle MacLachlan is in this. Oh my God, I literally forgot.
Yeah.
No,
It
that movie was not
was
bad.
good.
Like,
Okay. I mean, well, Julianne Moore. I mean, she could be, you know,
yeah, it was a
lamb
shame
chop,
that
and it's like I'm gonna be into it. A live action lamb chop, and she would be killing a Sherry Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Like we Julianne Moore is on a special. She's on a list of special actresses
no,
that
no, yeah, she's one of
they're
them. Yeah,
not. Yeah.
she's definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they play a mother and daughter that is and Sydney Sweeney playing a drug addict and a manipulator and
Right. Right. Sounds like
people.
she would kill that. Yeah.
Yeah, she does her thing. Like she's who she is pretty much in everything she plays into me, but she does it well. And so,
Mm-hmm.
but not well enough that you can like, girl, you're not one that we
Yeah.
can't do without. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because I feel like, and I think I said this in a chat conversation, Mia Goth from um Frankenstein and what's the slasher movies? There's like a trilogy of them, which I've literally seen all three of them. So I don't know why that's
Okay. Let me check them out.
drawing right now. But there's the one where she wants to be an actress, but like she lives out on this farm and then she like okay.
I don't know this. I'm sorry. I just don't know it. I'm like, that sounds
You
scary.
do. When I tell you
Also,
the
I'm like,
name,
you want to be an actress, but you live on a farm. I think the first thing you need to do is
so
leave the farm.
Pearl. The first one is Pearl.
Okay.
Then it's like Maxine. There's a trilogy of these movies. One is called X. You don't know
Is
these?
Maxine where she's a porn star?
Yes.
Okay.
Or X, I think, is the one where she's actually the porn star.
Maybe there's more than one. Okay, so I'm looking this up because I saw that show up the other day. Mia Goth reprises her role as Maxine Minx.
Yes.
Okay.
So so she's the same in 2 and 3. I call them 2 and 3. They're not sequels of each other, but they
Wait,
are.
I saw Nymphomania. Okay.
See?
And I saw Suspiria. Okay, so I do know this girl. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So you
So
know
yes,
me. But I feel like wherever Sydney Sweeney is being written into a situation, we can replace her with this girl.
I mean, as long as we're also adding the 2 Golden Globes that make Sydney Sweeney a viable actress, then sure. But I don't think Mia Goth got those.
She's still the better actress.
No, I don't disagree. I'm just saying
In
Sydney
my
Sweeney, part of the
opinion.
reason why she's there is because she's got the 2 Golden Globes, not actual women. So what I'm saying is like,
You know what? Because why was my next question about to be, wait,
like what Golden Globe did she win?
I'm like, did she win for Euphoria? What are we talking about?
Okay.
You play so much.
I cannot put that in. I gotta cut that out.
You're definitely not cutting that. This is the menacing Malik antics that I feel like everybody needs to know about.
All right. It's gonna be friend in real life because your other friend is gonna be exiled
Listen,
from
you're determined to be that guy. Listen, you know.
But what
me.
I'm saying is that like she plays a sexier kind of energy, and I don't get that from Mia Goth. No, I could be wrong. I haven't seen the films of her. I haven't seen.
Yeah, watch Pearl, watch Maxine, watch X. I
Okay.
mean, they're very like dark movies, but you
Sure.
already know. But I think you'll see what I'm talking about
Okay.
when you watch. I feel like she can pretty much do the same thing we're getting out of Sydney. So if Sydney has to go the way of the dodo bird, then so be it.
She's only acting like it, so yeah.
She's a woolly mammoth at this point. The bitch is extinct. It's like no. Uh,
Not a woolly mammoth. Yikes. Well, on that note, I think we're gonna close it here.
Yeah, we can pretty much wrap it up.
We can wrap it up there.
I've done too much.
But yeah, I think look, I'm excited about Golden Globes next week. And we'll have to, we'll obviously circle back and talk about it. And we also
red carpet gives. I hope this because you know me, you post the looks no matter what.
Yeah, I do.
I post the looks that are worth my time. I take a look at the carpet and see what's coming in. If it doesn't hit me, then I'm not scrolling through all of these 5,000 pictures trying to find somebody who, acted like they had a stylist who cared.
Yeah,
so
well, it's interesting because like how I used to like obviously do commentary on it, but then you start becoming friends with stylists, and so then it's awkward, and then they follow you, and so like not that I mean your work is your work, and you're not above critique necessarily, but like for me, I was like, well, actually, I'll let you guys tell me what you think, like what you think about so forth. Yeah. But yeah, I hope it gives a bit more. And we talked about in general that when the world in turmoil, the fashion looks as such, and given your current president and what's going on with him, like who knows what's going to happen? Let's hope they show up with a brushed hair and a lip and a shower or two and shoes that match, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be mad.
Right. Let's just hope a steamer is present.
You know what I mean? Because that'd be gone. But yeah, no, I think I'm looking forward to it. And then obviously there will be controversy regardless, right? Like if Tiana wins, Black threads. I don't know if Black Twitter is still a thing, but Black threads, TikTok.
No, don't bring, please.
Floating heads and so forth. Like
no, we're not bringing Twitter antics into.
It's already there though.
Yeah, but it's very easy to dismiss and ignore.
Yeah.
And the Twitter folks who get no attention, which is what they so dumb, have realized that people with sense have actually left Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's shade to those of you who are still on it. So we've created a nice world over in the thread space that we don't want tainted.
Where you can get dragged through comments for eons and eons and eons. Sure.
But the comments hit very hard on threads.
Yeah, they do hit hard.
That's why you show up. Even the people who post craziness respect the dragging that they get in their comments on threads. Like,
Well, you
It's
say
not
this
the
because
same.
I've seen you in those comments, and
For sure.
you and Matt be doing the Marty Supreme table tennis of it all. Not like because like something will show up, and I'll be like, "Yo, I wonder what Tristan will say about this," and then sure enough, right in the comment, be like someone said like, "Yo, Black Eyed Peas tastes like Earth, but y'all got it," and you were like, "Great, so you don't know how to cook, got it," and I was
You and
like,
your people can't cook. And you see Naima chimed in too. Shout out to my girl Naima. But she was like, basically, because it's all good over here. I'm like, come
"Yeah,
on.
that
Yeah, no. Friends
well,
is a world where you just like randomly start talking to strangers and that's it. But somehow it's far less toxic than what is
it's a
happening.
bit more of a void right now, right? Like an actual void, not like a missing piece. Like you're talking sort of into the world. Was
Yes.
like Twitter was like so particular based on like who you
Yeah.
followed, and whereas like you can be exposed to someone on threads you don't follow, don't have anyone on comment. It just kind of like shows up
For
in your,
sure.
not
For
like I don't even
sure.
like. I posted something about I was like lit one night, and I was like, Janet's the blueprint. Yeah, I better stop playing with her. Period, or whatever. And like I didn't think about it. I woke up the next day. There was like people fighting in the comments. I was like, oh, I'm not even.
That's me every
I
time.
was like, oh, I'm. In fact, someone was like, hey, bro, don't worry, I got this, and just went.
I'm
I was
telling you, this
don't
is
even
what
know
I'm
the brothers, but
saying.
okay, thank you. Like, let
Listen,
people know. Like,
strangers become family very fast on threads. And that's what I'm
it's
saying. Like, even when somebody's coming for you or like trying to drag you a little bit, it never gets to the point of like the violence. I've never seen the
yeah.
violence on
There's no
threads
violence,
yet,
and
the way
Twitter
that I've
definitely
seen
no
them.
violence. Yeah,
Yeah.
people met up to fight, so I get it.
Yeah. See, no, we're a little bougier on threads.
That's fair. I'll take it. But there'll be discourse regardless, between the
Yeah.
outfits and who wins and who doesn't. And we'll be here to talk about it. And we also haven't forgotten some of you guys submitted questions, and we will handle
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
on the next time we chat. In the meantime, in between,
Hey,
what else?
before we go, because you
Okay,
just reminded me of something,
yeah,
there was this podcast clip that I was watching where you could call in and leave messages.
okay. How very analog, but I'm into it.
I know, it's so analog, right? And then the girl was like listening to the messages that people left. And I know a
Hmm.
lot of podcasts do this, so it's not
Yeah,
like a novel idea, but I was thinking maybe this is something that maybe we get a phone number for the pod and people can actually come and leave messages about because I'm gonna tell you right now, low key, my DMs isn't like starting to not be the place that y'all want to keep asking me to talk about stuff on the podcast, but because that's really the only, outlet that
sure,
we have, it's
sure,
so
sure,
much easier than like trying to email us, right?
sure.
Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
any of the other things. So I'm usually responding to stuff in my DM. So I don't know, maybe we should get a number for
I
people.
just got the name of the episode. Um, and actually, should I say? 'Cause I want to write the film that goes with it. But my
Don't
thought
say it
was,
then.
don't say
You
it.
want to say it?
I don't say it. Yeah, Dow M for menace,
Oh, it's perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Dow
And on
M
that note, now we can go because that is just cute. Now we can go.
Dow M for menace is it? Okay, so listen, real quick. Friends in real life, Instagram, TikTok,
Mhm.
Threads, friendsinreallife@gmail.com if you want to email. Friends in real life on YouTube.
Mhm.
We're on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, all the things.
All the things.
Um,
And yes, I will still respond to your DMs. So you
that
can.
was gonna be because I was gonna start to get them. Like, can you please tell old Trizzy to respond? I've
Cut it out.
been I've been I've been left on red and I don't know how to deal with
Cut it out. Anyway.
it. Now, this is great. So yeah, we'll see you right after the Golden Globes.
All right. Bye.